Okay. Well, I've been cracking out on this game like freaking crazy for a while. Not like really cracking out, but I put in some time to this today, and there's been a couple of times where I'm like, ah, shit, I wish I was streaming this because this ended up being cool. So this might be one of those situations. We'll see. So I guess we'll see what happens. So that's where we're at. We'll give her and see what happens. Basically, we got sent down here to go investigate this thing. So we'll do that. Mechanism here looks connected to something. Slot right in the center of it. Is the key that we conveniently already given. I guess we go in here. Read it. Again, I'm not going to narrate it. Just take a look for a bit, you know. Because I found with this game, like, it's kind of fruitless to read the dialogue, like to narrate it. Although it has gotten better. Well, good morning. Or good afternoon. I'm surprised they're still awake. Don't forget to resub. But yeah, anyway. You crashed when you got home? I don't blame you. After nights where you got a lot of activity, yeah, pretty tired when you get home. Want to like chill out and lay down. Kind of had that on Monday night with that wrestling tournament. Not that like anybody was like being bad or anything. But as soon as I got there, I had to like, the phone rang off the hook for an hour. I had to deal with a bunch of people because their payment info needed to be updated and shit like that. Like for real, like for an hour and a half about. It's just like having to deal with more than one thing at a time. So, yeah. I get it. So, we're going to see if we see some cool shit here. Because, like, I've been playing this game since, like, about 8 this morning. And it's been a while since I've streamed just because I've been tired and, you know, there's been shit going on. I've been doing other stuff too. But yeah, there's been multiple points even just today where I'm like, damn, I wish I was streaming this because this is cool. This would be cool to show off, you know? So that's why we're doing it. So we'll see what this is. Maybe it'll be cool. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway. But yeah. Apparently we're going down here to this little cave. It's been a while since I've done like an actual dungeon now. Because here, I'll show you real quick before I get through this. So like this area was like the starting area, right? And then we found this place up here, which is still considered like the starting area. Then we made it over here and went through the whole story quest here, or well, maybe not even all of it yet. I'm not even sure. What's it about? I mean, like, what's Breath of the Wild about? Or Tears of the Kingdom about? Yeah, like, there's like a plot, you know, but like most of it is you just run around and go do shit, you know, and you discover things along the way, right? Probably the best way that I can think of to say it, you know, like there's quests and stuff to do, etc. But like this whole part here in the middle right here, this is one huge motherfucking city, and it's huge, crazy big. And pretty much before this morning, I just for the city itself, I pretty much just had explored the bottom half of it. All these little yellow stones here, that's like your teleports that you can go to the areas. It's huge, and like all these are buildings and shit you can go in and out of. There's stuff in most of them. It's fucking huge, man. It's absolutely nuts. Overwhelmingly so, even, I would say. But I didn't have any of these teleports like from here. Like the whole northern part I didn't have at all. So I pretty much went and just grabbed all of the teleport stones. Looks like we're still missing one here. But anyways, that's what I did this morning. And the game has a bunch of, yeah, it's fucking huge. Like I don't know any other way to say it. It's massively fucking huge, especially considering, like, you know, all of these are buildings to go in. All of these are points of interest besides like just going into a building and like finding a chest that has stuff in it. And you might stumble across, you know, some kind of goings on along the way. Right. And like little mini quests to do and stuff like that. It's bonkers. Looks like we did miss that one stone. I didn't quite get that far yet. But, you know, all that's just running around. That's not even doing like the main story quest or any shit like that. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Along with that, there's a bunch of mini games in the game. We've looked at that a little bit before. And well, you know me, I'm not a real big fan of mini games. Really. However, I found out that you kind of want to do them, you don't have to. You can skip all of that if you don't want to do it. The thing though is, let me see if I can find it here real quick. So the mini games award like secondary stats, right? And there's a bunch of different secondary stats. Like all of this stuff. And you get these from just playing the game too, but like if you want to like farm the stats, you pretty much get those from doing the mini game. And the reason why you would want to do that, what are these stat points good for? What do they even do? Well, I'll tell you why. Is because along the way, as you build up these points, you get these kind of passive abilities or whatever you want to call it. If you have enough specific points, for instance, let's look here. Let me see if I can find one that would really kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. They're just little things that make your adventure easier, I guess I would say. Oh, like here's a good one. So, Body of Iron. Be immune to falling damage. Can only be triggered once every 10 minutes. So you could take a fall from all the way off the fucking top of a mountain, splat on the ground, and once every 10 minutes, that won't kill you, basically. Does that make sense? But it requires X amount of points in, well, in this case, coordination, which is one of those secondary stats. Right? And you acquire a lot of these things along the way. Like your stamina, you don't use as much stamina while you're swimming. Not a real big deal, but good to have. Etc. Right? So I've been farming out these points to get all these things, because you need X amount of points to activate them, and it happens automatically as long as you have the points. Well, this one is the one that I really want. I haven't quite got it yet, but I'm pretty close. This one, it shows the closest chest on the mini map in the two zones that we've been to so far, excluding some hidden chests, because the chests are fucking everywhere, and you have to be pretty close to them before you would realize they were there. So this would just show you on the map where the next closest one is, right? So, but in the case of this one, we still haven't gotten it yet because we have 73 points in perception, but we need 75. How do we get points in perception? Click. Well, we can do two things. We can collect oddities, which is some of those weird items that we couldn't figure out what they were for. That's what they're for, basically. And you need a lot of them. or you do the archery competition, which is basically exactly like the in Zelda, where you have to like go to the archery range sort of thing, and you have to get a good enough score to like pass it, right? And there's a bunch of these different places around the map that have that, so I've been farming some of that out. But anyway, so yeah, it gives you a reason to do the mini games. Now, do you need to have any of that stuff? Let me see if I can bring it up again here real quick. All of these things? No, because most of them are not really that big of a deal. But it makes your life easier, right? So, and that's the idea. Yeah, that particular one is like basically the compass. It will show you where the next nearest chest is. It's good to have, because otherwise you'd run, like in that big city, you'd run right past these buildings that have chests in them and never even know it otherwise, right? So, yeah, we particularly want that one, but like all of these things, have some value to them. So anyway, I've mostly been farming that out instead of like doing like the main story quest, because I didn't realize that at first. Like, fuck that, I'm not doing the mini games. This is dumb. I mean, like, they're kind of fun just to play anyway, right? If you're into it. But generally, those sorts of things I'm not in. But for that reason, it's good reason to do it. So there you go. So that's pretty much what I've been up to in the game, mostly. And then you stumble across some little quests and shit along the way, just by virtue of the fact of running around doing stuff. So that's about where we're at. This thing was something that, like, whenever we're starting here now, is something that I just ran into while I was doing that. And there's been a bunch of those things that I've run into. It was like, this is actually pretty cool. I wish I would have been streaming so people could see that. But anyway, so hopefully this is cool, because it'd be disappointing. But anyway, so that's where we're at. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so I don't know. It's fun. It's just like any other game. You go fuck around, do shit, and by virtue of doing that, like, you get stronger, you can beat more ass, do more things, etc. Right? That's about it. So, without further ado, let's go in here and explore this place. I have no idea what's going to happen, so we will see. Yeah. Martial arts skill theft. And you can do shit like pickpocket people if they're not looking, or whatever. And you can build that skill up enough so it's easier to not get caught. For instance. Or you can pickpocket better stuff off of the people, etc. That's just like one of the little things that you can do. So I don't know, it's cool. And so we need to use that skill, I guess, and collect 2 chests in this place. let's try that. Well, yep. These are bad boys. You can tell because their name is in red. So they will try to fight us if they realize we're. So, let's see. This might be one where we just have to sneak around, like not actually kill them, but just like sneak around undiscovered. Kind of looks like it because our character is like all ghosty and so see what we can do here. Oh, somebody saw us. Hide. Because what will happen in these sorts of things is if anybody like catches you, they won't even like fight you. They'll just throw your ass right out of the place, and then you have to start over. I've been through a few of those kind of things. And apparently there's a couple of chests in here that we're supposed to collect as well. Okay. Oh, there's one of them over here. I can see it. So, what happens if we just, like, go for it? I mean, sometimes you'll just, like, get the timing right and you're good. Okay, the next one's over there. I don't think that one's going to be as easy to get. We could sneak up behind these guys and try, like, take them out, but no. Yeah, see. I tried to stun him, but I don't think it actually worked. Yeah, it hit him, but like, seems like it doesn't have any effect. We're gonna have to figure out another way to get over there. Not this way. Probably, you know. Oh, yep. See, somebody saw me. They threw my ass out. Fuck. That's what happens. Well, yeah. Fucking way she goes. So yeah, they just throw you out and then you have to start over, pretty much. Or sometimes there's like, you know, little save points along the way so you don't have to start all the way over. But yeah, right. Ah, fuck. So yeah, apparently there's people behind me here. Oh, that guy. So we don't really want him to see us. We gotta wait for him to like turn around and go the other way or something. Sneaking over this way. Remember that you have a skill from stealing from far. True, I do. Let's use that. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Found me out. We can do that. Oh, it doesn't work. What do you mean? Why the fuck did they even, the person even say that? I can't steal from a phone. In this particular case. Just grab it. Yup. Fuck them. Well, we did get both chests. So I don't know what we're supposed to do for martial skill art or martial art skill theft. I don't really feel like we can thieve anything else. Can just kill him though. Sneak up on him quick enough. Oh. Damn it. Yeah, how are we supposed to use the skill though? There maybe. I feel like that's where we came. Maybe not though. Get behind him, we can just kill him. Nope. Now if somebody sees you do it. Fuck. And yeah, there's a lot of. If you look on the mini map up there, you can see the little red dots. That's all the enemies. There's a lot of them. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do. We got the chips. I can't imagine we have to actually sneak up behind all these people. This would be a really shit spot to respawn and do that from. I'm not really. Actually, a real shit spot in. It's also harder for them to see you if you crouch, but they will still see you if you're close enough. I'm just not sure what I'm actually supposed to do here at. can't even loot these guys either. Remember that you have a skill for killing from afar. Yeah, it doesn't work here. By the way, whoever the fuck said that. Words. Maybe there's somebody specifically that we're supposed to like steal from. Because otherwise, like, the thing that I'm trying to do is what you would do, trying to steal from people. These guys. I'm not sure. A different way. Yeah, imagine you can't really do anything else. Like shoot people or any shit like that, because I feel like that would automatically throw up the alarm bell. Fuck, who's looking at me over there? Fuck. Things aren't usually. Oh, probably from that guy. Yeah, different. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck off. You can't see me. It'd be so much easier if I could just beat their ass. I'm not even sure what I'm actually do besides I collected the chest. Martial art skill theft. Well, fuck off. Seriously? I can't fucking go anywhere in here. All right. Hang on. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. What the fuck? I wasn't making the you're in trouble noise when just on the screen. That's weird. All right, well. Yeah, and I can't. Wherever I respawn in is not a safe place. Also, you can't just respawn and just stand there and wait. That's not gonna work. What the fuck? Fuck you. Like. Yeah, I've had my driveway plowed several times actually. Because whatever work he's been doing on the place, he replaced a couple of the windows upstairs. For which apparently he needed the skid loaders to bring the bucket up so they could bring the windows up from the outside, I suppose. Yeah, so. Thankfully. So yes. Which is pretty good because it snowed like every fucking day for the last 2 weeks, damn near. Or every other day. So yes, that was nice. Stop looking at me, Swan. Oh yeah, probably because he was still in town with it. He's like, "Hey, you need your shit shoveled out." Makes sense. I don't usually need to do this level of sneaky business. Just die. Got lucky. Oh yeah, no, that's nice because I mean, you wouldn't have had to do that at all. But I'm like, well, got the equipment in town. Yeah, no, I agree. That's cool. Fuck. Damn it. And they respawn when you respawn, so you have to do the fucking whole thing over again. I had no idea this was going to be this difficult. Most of the stuff is not even close to this. Yeah, fuck. There we go. Some of that shit's cleared. Yeah, man, it's fucking bullshit. I knew we were gonna struggle bus this much. I wouldn't have streamed this. Nobody wants to see you fucking die like 700. Like, it makes me feel like I'm doing it wrong because I just don't feel like we should have to do all that stuff. No, after all the work I put in, hell no, ain't. That one's staring right, so not. Oh, fuck. I feel like I must be doing something like horribly wrong with it. Yeah, it is like the Gerudo Thieves, except way worse. And the worst part is that I don't even know what I'm supposed to be like going toward. We got the chests, and then we got this nebulous do the steely thing. Well, I don't know what that means. Like, I can't steal shit from any of the rest of these guys, so what does that mean? I don't even know if what I'm going to get out of this is any good. That's the worst part. Can't use any of my other skills on these guys. I would normally be able to do something to them. Well, at least we still get credit for getting the click the button. Oh, I see. Too slow though. Yeah, like you just, that doesn't really help. Yeah, we'll give this a couple more attempts. And by a couple, I mean like 2. And if we keep having trouble, we're just gonna go do something else. I don't think whatever's here is important enough for me to waste a whole bunch of time on. You can use heavenly snatch for the chest. Yeah, I know. I'll show you a heavenly snatch. Oh my god. These fucking people. Whoa. I don't even know what to say about that. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, reading the signposts where people can just can say stuff, it's entertaining. I'll say that. Fuck. My god. Dive into the heavenly snatch if you want a big chest. Yeah, seems reasonable. Right, anyway. Well, it actually is useful to see what other people have to say about the area. That's, yeah, absolutely. Because usually they'll actually tell you, oh, don't miss that over there, or do this, or this is how you open the door. Like, they actually do. Like, if they're not just joking around and fuck, you know, like, they actually do tell you, like, what you're supposed to do if you can't figure it out for yourself. Very rarely have I seen it where people purposely like tell you the wrong thing. And yeah, oh yeah, I've seen plenty of funny comments. Part of why they're funny is because like they make sense in the situation, right? Or you just get ones where they're like, I farted. Well, good for you. Breaks up the monotony either way, though, I suppose. But yeah, no, it's cool that they have that. I haven't actually seen that in any other game before. It's probably been done in other games, but I've never played a game that had that. Get him. Ah, fuck. Almost. Tread carefully. Not get caught. Don't push too hard. Yeah, yep. Never trust a fart. How the fuck are we gonna get past? Pretty much we can't, like, you know, shoot him with an arrow or do any kind of shit like that. You just wait for the timing for them to not be looking at us, I guess, and that's about it. You, fuck you, fuck you. Stop looking at me, Swan. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, this will be the last attempt in this place. Actually, what I should do is make a note of it on the map for later. Probably like come back to it, but just so we can find this place again. So yeah, we'll do. This is the last one, and then we'll go just do. No way. Off. Okay, so far. Oh, I might have actually gotten to the next place. Yeah. Exactly. That's an old South Park episode. That might even be in the first season. You farted, and then they laugh, and then something else happened. Fight the guy, he weak. Oh, the animation was all crappy. Yep, and it was perfect. Oh. Skill theft. Click. This guy moves fast. Like when that circle shows up, that's when you're supposed to like press a button. Oh, we gotta do it several times. Okay. It's quick. Shoot. Damn. Oh. Miscalculation. Failure. Continue. Okay, at least we don't have to like sneak our way back here every time. All right, let's try that again, I guess. You have to click the button. Yeah. Fuck. There's a little meter on the bottom that gives you like, says 5 out of 50. And if you click at the wrong time, it subtracts points instead of you getting. And you need to get to, well, and if you don't do anything at all, eventually points anyways for that. I'm pushing the button. I'm just not doing it fast enough, I guess. No, you only get so many chances at it, I guess. Well, at least we get to do that instead of having to come all the way back. Sneaking shit again. You get penalized if you make the attempt but don't get the timing right. Well, we're not going to get it on this one anyway, so I'm not going to. What the fuck? How did that? What? None of those count. This whole quest is just bizarre. Like I said, most of the game is not even close to this hard. I don't know what the fuck's going on here with this. What the fuck? Okay, right. That's so strange. Like somehow I got it, but you had your latest walk-in ever. 445. Dude was smashed. Well, I know most of the bars aren't open all night on New Year's Eve anymore, but some of them probably are. Oh, it's definitely better than a fail. It's just like I don't understand how I won. But yeah. It was closed at 4. Yeah, Shooters was probably open until around then too. Probably later. They might be the only ones that do it still. But was the guy able to show ID and a card? and Jordan from both. Yes, I do. Oh my god. Yes, I remember them. Bree could never shut the fuck up. So, yeah, I remember them. She popped in around 5 asking for a late checkup. Yeah, you and everybody else, lady. Damn, that's impressive. They're getting pretty old for that kind of shit. Yeah, I would tell everybody no on a deal like that because otherwise, like, everybody's gonna want that. Fuck no. You're asked by at least a dozen people. I'm not surprised by that at all, especially on a deal like that. Yeah, everybody's gonna be asking you that. Just no. Well, yeah, I mean, like the housekeepers can't do their job if there's a whole bunch of people that are fucking around waiting to leave. No, like hell no. Not on a night like that because God knows what kind of goddamn mess they're gonna have to clean up anyways. Nope. It's better that they just get to it sooner than later, you know? I'll be right back. Oh, I see. Well, maybe they are still together. Well, I mean, she's pretty goddamn obnoxious, so if they are still together, he probably told her, go get a room. I don't want to deal with your ass. Hard to say. Man, that was way back in the day when they were around all the time. Fuck. And I'm sure she hasn't changed. So. Maybe they've always done that. Nope. You go stay at a hotel. You're not coming home with me. I don't want to deal with your ass. I could kind of see that, you know what I mean? But it's hard to, it's, who knows? Oh my God. So out of all that, we get the strategic sword. Which isn't really our thing. Yeah. But it is a weapon that we did not have before. So I guess that's good. But nope. So we did all that for something that we're not really going to use. As it turns. Is what it is. Ta-da! Master of the strategic sword. Now, how do we get the fuck out of here? In one piece. What the hell was Jordan thinking? Well, I mean, he was kind of a dumbass too, so, I mean... Seemed like they were kind of made for each other, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like... Because I thought the same thing, like... How in the fuck could anybody, like... If you're a dude and that's, like, your girlfriend... How... Why are you doing that, man? I mean, it's not like she was hot. Like, ever at all. You know, so... Who the fuck knows? Yeah, I don't know on that one. No, I'm sure he is, but that doesn't mean he's not dumb. Because, let's face it, we're all dumb in some ways. You know? We all have our Achilles heel. I mean, I didn't dislike the guy. But I didn't get to know him real well either. It's just like... The two of them would show up. It's like, oh God. Mostly because of her. Like, him, I didn't really mind, but they came together as a pair most of the time. Home cooked meals all night. She paid the bills. All right, okay, fair enough. Really, she actually cooked supper for him every night? Wow. Okay. All right. And she paid bills? All right. I didn't know that. Okay. You know, you might put up with some shit if that's going on. Sure. You know, like, okay. Fair enough. I felt like there had to be a reason. They like good food too. All right, good. I mean, she was fat, so she either knew how to cook or she went to McDonald's all the time. So, all right, okay, fair enough. All right, I get it. I get why he hung with her then. You know, that shit counts for a lot. So. That's what I would say. It is weird though. Like, I was like looking through like old pictures. I mean, fuck, we've all been on Facebook for like fucking 18 years or some shit. Looking back through my old like Facebook pictures and shit like that from like 10, 15 years ago. Man, that was what a time to be alive. That was fun. Close. Like, I think my join date was in like 2008 or 2009 or something. So, I mean, not quite 20, but we're getting close. But goddamn, there was a certain era. Holy smokes. From pretty much right then until like, I don't know, 2015, 16, something like that. And then, well, I mean, when you live in a college town, like, people are around for a while and then they graduate and go do whatever their adult life is going to be, sort of thing. So you get some turnover on that, right? It's kind of sad to like say, damn, I haven't seen that person in checks watch. That's not good enough. Checks calendar. Oh, like 7, 8 years. And, you know, they're just not around anymore. It's kind of sad in a way. That was a fun time. But, and like, well, the sad thing to me is like, most of those people aren't around anymore. Which is probably good for them. Except for the ones that died. That's not so good for them. There's been a few of those too. But yeah, like, that was an era. I'll say that. going through that, like, there's people that I haven't thought about for a long time. Like Steve-O, you know, with the fro. He just kind of disappeared. One day he was there and then he wasn't, and that's it. And he's got like nothing else on his Facebook after that. Or like Fun Bob. Or Bobby Stope. Not to mention, you know, all the girls along the way. Yeah, you know, and that's great. Like, as it should be. Like, that's fucking amazing. But it's like, yep. Just kind of goes to show you that that era moved on, as it should. Oh, yeah. Like, yep, they all got a wife and a couple pups now. Good for them. I didn't. If you would have asked me at the time if any of them were gonna do that, I'd have been like, hell no. No way these guys are gonna be like a dad someday and like have their shit together enough to like have an actual family. Well, he was a huge douche then, so you weren't wrong. But, you know, some people actually grow and get better. I mean, some of those guys were pretty big shit stains. Like, can't even imagine what their life is going to be in 10 years. And then 10 years go by and you're like, oh, they actually stopped being a shithead all the time. Oh, good. Yeah, well, I mean, like, most of the A-team weren't bad kids in the first place. They were just fucking around. But some of them were better than others, or worse than others, maybe, I guess. But, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about all that shit. And then you had, like, the second wave of the A-team, after the original A-team who went on and did their thing. Then you had, A-team round 2, I guess. Like Cole and CT and that fucking group of kids. That was later, but they did the same fucking shit. Just kind of the nature of a college town altogether, I guess, but yeah. But yeah, I was looking at some of the like old pictures like that, or like the old bulletin mine, like Thanksgiving and Christmas and that kind of shit. It's like, well, just ain't a thing anymore. Hadn't been for a long time, but was good. Time moves on, I guess. Kind of sad in a way. Oh, but it was home. It was home for a lot of people for a long time. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it really. Besides putting it that way. I don't think it's been the same for a while. Now maybe there's a new crew coming up doing the same shit that we did back in those days, etc. I don't think it, I don't get the vibe that it's the same kind of deal though. It was a special place at a special time. And I mean, you're not going to see the likes of that again. I don't think. And I don't think that's even nostalgia or rose-colored glasses or any of that kind of shit. Like, that's just facts. But yeah. It was an era. I'll say that. And the weird thing about it is it's not like it's over and that's it. You just only realize that in retrospect. You know, like at some point, like it wasn't going on anymore. Heavy sigh. That's what happens when you get old enough to see that sort of thing happening. Oh, the same thing. While I was thinking about all of that, you know, looking through those pictures and stuff like that, I realized this is not the first time that I kind of had that sort of feeling. And I'll explain what I mean. Is because way back in the day, at least for me, like the Cannonball was like that. And it was like that for a long time. And, you know, I was one of the people that eventually left and went and did other things. And I remember one time, I was still working at Applebee's at the time. I had probably been moved over here for maybe like 2 years. And it just kind of like had that kind of homesickness feeling. Right? If that makes sense. And I had like a couple days off. I'm like, I'm going to drive back down to Cannon. Go to the Edgewood. Go to the Cannonball. You know, just like those sorts of things. And what happened was I went down there. And I think I've immediately just went to the Edgewood first. And this is before they did all that weird construction on 52 or any of that stuff. None of that stuff was. So, I mean, like the area looked pretty much the same. It had only been like 2 years. Went down to the Edgewood. It's closed. Like closed. Like not in operation in any way. Like, oh, shit. Well, fuck. I wonder what happened. That's disappointing. So I went down back into Cannon then. And I went to the Cannon. Did I go to the Cannonball first? I don't think so. I went to the Mill Street Tavern, which is like in downtown Cannon Falls. It was a how do you call it? Before I had left, it had recently been acquired by some new owner that like dressed it up and like made it pretty modern for the time, fancy-ish even. When we were still doing the golf thing, like we took clients there even because it was like fancy enough for that, but not like super fancy. It was just basically a bar and grill, but like nice. That was still there, and I'll never forget it. So I stopped in there and had a couple of beers. And I saw this lady who obviously worked there. She was a gal that worked at the Cannonball while I'd still worked there. She was a waiter. I did not like this lady really from back then. Back in those days, she was probably like a coke freak. But I mean, she was maybe like, I don't know, 5, 8 years older than me. I mean, like on a scale of 1 to 10, she was probably like a 6.5 or a 7. Like, wouldn't be my first pick, but like, I mean, never banged her, by the way. Hell no. But like when I seen her after a couple of years at the Mill Street, oh, like she was all like methed out. She was like at least 20 pounds skinnier. looked probably 10 years older than she should have, etc. I'm like, whoa. I didn't even like that lady in the first place, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady. You've had a rough couple of years. I didn't say that, but I thought it. And then I went down to the Cannonball after that. Yeah, like, I mean, it was kind of fucked up because, like, in your mind's eye, like, you remember this person and then seeing them being a whole lot different and not in a good way is a little bit striking. It's shocking, actually. Whether you like that person or not. It's just like, whoa, what the fuck happened to you? It's only been like 2.5 years. You know? So I went down to the Cannonball after that. And I don't know if the gas station part of it was even still open. I don't think it was. It was just the restaurant. And it wasn't 24 hours anymore. They closed at like 10 p.m. or something like that. You know, just all the places you weren't supposed to go. Like, the dining room was barricaded off. The gas station part of it was barricaded off. And I sat down at the coffee counter and had some coffee. I'm like, damn, what the hell's going on around here? I left this town and everything went to hell. What the fuck? It hasn't been that long, you know? Jesus. And also at the same time, you know, you kind of like remember all those people that were sitting around the counter every single day. And you just walk in and expect them to all be there. And maybe one of them, two of them still were, but not everybody else. The whole thing was surreal. You know? So I, you know, had a cup of coffee. I'm like, well, might as well stop by Grandma K's on the way out. And I got almost all the way there until it dawned on me that Grandma K died like 2 years before that. That was a weird feeling. It's like, fuck. For the same reasons, like, yeah, if nothing else, we'll go to Grandma K's and bullshit with her for a while. Yeah, I did. I like, boy, if it wasn't already real that shit had changed down there, like, yeah, I'm like, the only reason I went down there was because I was feeling homesick in the first place. you know. Yeah, I left to go home. After all that, I'm like, I feel worse now. Basically. Fuck. Yeah, it's weird. After you've been away from a place like that for a while, you like when you go back there, you expect it to be the same as the way you left it. Oh, I slept on her couch working at the Cannonball for a long time before I even had wheels to get around. Yeah, it was just a place you could always go. So like, it was weird when I had that realization, like, oh yeah, she's not there. Well, I guess we might as well just go home. The whole trip was eye-opening and sad in a way. And like I said, this was only like a couple, like 2 years after I'd moved away, right? Or a couple years, not long enough where like you would think things would change so much. It wasn't even home anymore. I guess up until then, in my mind, I like considered that back home, if that makes sense. And after that, I realized, well, that doesn't exist anymore. That was a lot, you know? Fuck. And the reason I bring that up, I guess, is because, like, looking at those old pictures from 10, 15, probably 15-ish years ago, or maybe a little bit more, kind of makes me feel the same way. Like, none of the people hardly are around anymore, or at least not in a regular way where you can just, like, plop into Bose and you know you'll see them. You know what I mean? Like, they're not there. That's gone. It's depressing. And the weird thing about that is that happens right under your nose. We've lived here the entire time, right? It's not like we went away for 10 years and came back and shit's different. Well, yeah. Of course it's going to be. But even being right here, it still happens. Time marches on, you know, I guess. The goddamn. That's some heavy shit. I was thinking about that at work the other night. And the fucked up thing, I don't know what to make of it still. I still have to digest it. Just that same idea. Like, yeah, we don't see those people even around here anymore for like the same reason. At about 3:30 in the morning or something like that, I get a walk in. This was just on the last day at work. And it's Ryan Jorgensen, who's not in the old school, but I haven't seen him in a while. looking for a room because he lost his keys and his phone, so he couldn't get in his 2 apartments. So he was gonna figure it out in the morning. Like, all right, okay. I haven't seen him in a while. Apparently, he's still up to his old tricks because, I mean, he was drunk as shit. I mean, he reeked like old stale beer. He must have like dumped like 5 of them on himself or something. Like, oh man, ooh, it's bad. We got him into a room though. But it was kind of ironic. It's kind of ironic. I was thinking of all that stuff I just told you. While I'm at work, and then he walks in, and I'm like, I guess this is the counterpoint for that a little bit. I mean, if everybody was doing the same thing they were still doing 10, 15 years ago, this is what it would be. And he didn't look very good. Like, it looks like he lost a fair bit of weight. Which, you know, if you're not fat already, that's, you know, not necessarily good. So, yeah, like, yeah. So I guess that's the flip side of that. Well, you want to see what happens when everybody does do the same thing the whole time? Well, Ryan's always been a weird guy, you know. But like, it was just especially weird to me for all of that, I guess. But yeah, like, no, I don't mean in a bad way either. It's like, people got a unique personality for sure, but like, yeah, it was just the whole thing was kind of weird that way. Yeah, that could be true. Well, I mean, to be fair, the dude does have an extra chromosome, like legitimately. Did you know that? Yeah, like, you know how girls have 2 X chromosomes and a boy has an X and a Y. Yeah, he's got an extra X. So he has to take hormones for him not to be fucked up. Basically. Yeah, he has an extra X chromosome. That's why he's like a giant person, right? So yeah, that fucks up you know, your hormones and shit. So after I knew that, it never like struck me as weird that if he was being weird. It's like, he's kind of a little off his levels, you know? Yeah, like, pretty much that's it. But at least that's a legitimate reason. You can't help that kind of shit. But yeah, in any case, like, totally random to him come in and need a room for the night. Especially after I was thinking about all that stuff. That's that same day. Yeah. Yeah, but he didn't look good. No, you didn't have to know. Like, you know, if you needed to know, he would tell you that. Like, there's no reason to feel bad about it. Just the kind of the way he looked kind of reminded me of that lady I was telling you about before that looked like she was methed out. He kind of looked like that. Just, you know, obviously had lost weight and kind of had sickly appearance, you know. As a little bit disconcerting. I mean, he otherwise seemed pretty much every interaction I've had with Ryan was with him under the influence. So it was no different. You know what I mean? Like, so in that case, like, he seemed all right, at least that way. But like, yeah, like, he had obviously lost a lot of weight since the last time I seen him. I mean, like, and he was like giant guy. So yeah, it's a little bit disturbing, at least in that sense. But like, even his interaction, even though he was fucked up in exactly the same way I remember him from that way. So that's good, I guess. You know, you know what I mean? Like, his demeanor and way of interacting with people hadn't changed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, it's such a strange situation. But yeah, like, and who knows? Maybe it's probably like he didn't have like his teeth were all fucked up or anything like that. So it probably wasn't because of meth that he was as, you know, thin as he was or anything like that. Maybe it has something to do with his health condition anyway. But you know, like, it's weird when you see you know, somebody that's significantly thinner or fatter than the last time you seen him. It's just weird, right? In his case, I don't know, but like, it's weird that I was thinking about all that stuff and then had that interaction. You know. Oh yeah, some things never change. Same thing with wheelchair Sam. he's been doing that shit a long time. He ain't changed a bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, same thing. But oh, the other thing with that though is like, holy shit, some people got old. Like, well, and maybe that's the same thing. Like, some people have really aged. Like, more so than it seems like they should have. trying to think of a good way to put it. But like, yeah, as somebody like, I mean, there's people that are younger than me, and I've seen recent pictures of them, and like, oof, time has not been kind to them at all. Guys and girls. I mean, with girls, you can kind of understand a little bit. You know, they have a couple pups that get mommed out. Oh, it's not even just the gray hairs though. It's just, I mean, like if it was just that, like, I mean, yes, but like it's even worse than that. Like some people, like, holy shit, I seen them like, even in like the last 5 years. Well, it's been a rough last 5 years for everybody, to be fair. But goddamn, some people have not weathered that storm very well. It's not their fault, you know what I mean? But like, it's kind of shocking. Like, holy shit! How did you lap me in the aging process like twice in the last couple of years? Damn! And I'm like, I mean, like, I don't think I look like I'm 20 years old anymore, but Jesus Christ, I've weathered that storm a lot better than a lot of people have. Wow. And they were younger than me. They're still younger than me. That's crazy. Apparently I've done all right on that note. Like, I don't really care about that, but like, it's just in comparison, it's like, whoa, what in the hell happened to you? what did you do to yourself in the last few years? Damn. And it's probably nothing. It's just life, you know, genetics and whatever the fuck they've had going on in their life, you know? Jesus Christ. So, you know? That's what happens. I don't think you look 40. Like, you look better if you put on like 30 pounds, you know. I don't know, like, I don't think I look 40 either. Compared to what other 40-year-olds look like, no. They're fat, bald, just kind of rough looking. And I don't think I look pretty, but and I don't do anything to make that happen or anything, you know. But like, yeah, there's the fair way to put it would be there's a lot of people that are far worse for the wear than we are. That's for sure. To the point where it's almost kind of weird. You know, spooky. Up almost 10 pounds. Keep it going. Keep it going. You got plenty of frame to put meat on. Just keep doing it. It's tough though. It's hard. I actually had to go the other way. I specifically, when was that? Well, anyways, yeah, Keith. Well, the protein is what's going to make it stick. Yeah, as much of it as you can possibly fucking get. Because I set out, well, like not last summer, but summer before, to gain some weight because I was like 145 pounds. I'm 6'3". That's not unhealthy. But especially if you want to build up muscle, you gotta put some more weight on it in any way, right? So yeah, I would just go home and make myself some sandwiches, be buying pretzels, dipping that shit in peanut butter, eating that, which was good. Fuck, that was good. And I topped out at 180. So I went from 145 to 180 in probably about 6 months. I was determined. But most of it ended up just being fat. As it turns out. Like around my belly and like on my legs, which even that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like I was kind of hoping like I would get a little more beef going along with it. But no, it's more just like a sick boy that just has like 40 pounds of fat hanging off him in weird places, right? Well, not even weird places, just like around my belly. No, like I would dare to bet that I didn't gain an ounce of fucking muscle off of any of that. Which I would have thought that like just by virtue that you're heavier, you know, you got more weight to carry around than you get a little bit more muscle somehow, right? No, I don't think so, actually. I mean, maybe, but like, nah. Yes, you're right, but I didn't do that part. Well, the reason why is because I didn't do that. That was like, you know, phase 2. Because I felt like I should put like just any kind of more weight on me first, because I didn't want to like hurt myself, right? Like I felt like I needed a little more like mass on me to, you know, not hurt myself, basically. But that was the pretty much the next step. But I'm like, fuck. The hell am I gonna do about that? And look, if you took a potato and stuck 4 pencils in it, that's what I got going on. The good news is that's still, yeah, I mean, it's fixable. But yes, I should have done that right from the get-go. At the same time, because to be fair, I did manage to gain 35 pounds in about 6 months, which is fucking crazy that was even possible. I had to work at it though. I had to eat like a son of a bitch. Dipping them pretzels in peanut butter. Good, but yeah, like you actually have to work at it. So I did the one part. I did the hard work on the gaining the weight. But yes, I should have also done that part too. I was just afraid to because, like, I'm not going to go in there at 145 pounds trying to lift weights. I'm going to break my fucking arm or, you know, some goddamn thing. I figured I needed a little more beef first. But the beef didn't quite work out the way that I thought it was going. But it's okay. But yeah, like in your case, yeah, just eat a whole bunch of meat. But same thing for you. Like, I mean, if you don't want it to be just like fat hanging off you, which is not going to help you, then yeah, you have to do at least some kind of exercise. Especially for me now, because like at least while I was doing that, I had a pretty physically active job, and now I don't. So I get why people go to the gym. You know who goes to the gym? People that have a desk job. There ain't no farmer alive that's throwing hay bales every summer that feels any reason to go to the gym for any fucking reason. Because they don't need to. Somebody that's got a good desk job makes a lot of money. They're not that active in their just normal job. So then they got to go out their way to go work out and do that shit. Oh yeah, like, and no, if you work on a farm, you do not need to go to the gym. You already got that built in. If you're doing that every day, like, you got that part covered. You just gotta get enough protein to build up. You know what I mean? But like now, like if you're working that kind of physically demanding job, you do not have a Snap Fitness account. There's no reason for it. Yeah, like you already have that built in, whether you like it or not. And cow shit is a lot heavier than people might think. You gotta shovel it. Like, it's pretty heavy. It's pretty dense. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh yeah, you need to go to bed. Holy shit. How the fuck did it get to be 5 p.m.? Yeah, go to bed. Oh shit's not. Oh shit ain't easy. That's right. All right, go to bed. Love your face. Be good. Hopefully you have an easier time tonight. Peace. Only 8 arrivals so far. Good luck. All right. Well, anyways. I think we can just leave this place. I think we did the things that we're supposed to do here. Already, I think we're teleport. What else needs to be done here? Thingy. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But anyway. Oh. So we'll come back to that. Apparently we Buzz. Oh yeah. So right, back to the explorations. See tests that are. So we have to do archery for that, or Odyssey. I don't think I have any more of those Odysseys. I cashed those all down. Oh, those 4 never showed up, huh? Anyway, let's see. Oh, you're back. You know, always pick up this later and watch the VOD. But yeah, you're back, and I'll see you both trying to clear this thing out, getting those extra 2 points. You're back. So we gotta go for the 2 points, which means we need to do 2 of them. I think you only get them. Okay. So we'll go down here. The thing with this is that archery competition, as far as I can tell, works in 2 ways. It's either you have to shoot a bunch of birds out of the sky, or you have to do this other thing where you blow up a bunch of powder kegs. And you don't get the points unless like you do it the best way that possible, basically. So the birds is easy. The powder kegs is not, to get the max level of max level of doing it, like as fast as possible, as many as fast as possible. Way easier to do that with the birds than it is with. I only need 2 points though. So okay, we'll go down here. That's what this is. That's, I feel like I've been down here before. It is one of those ones that's with the. We'll get down there. We'll go do it. Let's see what it is. But yeah, we need basically we need to win 2 more of those to get our ability to see the. So we'll see. Ah, Christ. Oh, I don't want to fight. We don't want to. Get out of here. I could kill him, but something. That how we got in there in the first. Maybe. Anyway. This is one of those powder kegs. Because not only is it difficult to do, you actually have to pay money to do this every single time. Is it a lot of money? No. Is it a lot of money if you try it 20 times and still fail? Kind of. Enough where at some point you're like, I'm not spending any more money out. Well, we'll see what happens. I guess that depends on how they're laid out. But I've done a few of these where that was the case. I literally did it like 20 times and couldn't get the, 10 barrels in 10 seconds. 10 seconds is not long. Anyway, yeah, try your luck. 500 coins. Now, I have a lot of coins. That's not quite the issue, but like, yeah, if you do it 20 times, it starts to add up. It'd be better to just get it done the first. Fuck that. Damn it. Really? Precise. I don't even know where the rest of them are. There's supposed to be 15 total. So we didn't even get the C grade. It would be slightly better if you could at least see where they are before you engage with that. I think. Let's try that again. Do it with system. With the shooting arrows, keyboard mode definitely superior. Oh, there's... Okay, we got the C grade, but it wasn't even within 20. You have to get the A grade or you don't get the point. This pisses me off so much. Not one of these have I actually gotten the A grade. Not one of them. Even when you know where they are, I've done, like, I literally have done some of these 20 times. It's still, it wouldn't give it to me. And you don't get the points that we're looking for unless you do the maximum, right? I don't even know if it's actually possible. We'll try. If I can't get it this time, I'll probably call it for it. Fuck's the last one? Way the fuck back there. Really? Come on, man. Can't even see that. Okay, one more attempt. Now that I know where... And the weird thing about that also too is, like, it doesn't start you off with your weapon. Yeah, like, that's fucked up just as it is. Why don't you have your bow out to begin with? That immediately fucks it up, because that takes like 2 seconds. Like literally 2 seconds to do it, and you'll have 10. Heavy sigh. Anyway, we'll leave it here for now. I will find a way to get those 2 extra. I think that would be really good. Yeah, we just need 2 points of perception. I might end up being better off collecting the oddities instead. We'll see. But like, there's no room for error at all on these archery. Kind of lame, especially since you don't start off with bow and arrow equipment anyway. But anyhow, we'll leave it there for today. We'll come back to it probably and give her, see what we can do. I would like to have that. So, thanks for playing. See you next time. Till then, peace.